Hi, we are really excited to tell you all a little bit about a new sponsorship program that has just opened up in January of 2023 to privately sponsor refugees from around the world to come to the US for safety. One of the things that we're really excited about, and we've been waiting for a really long time, is to invite and help the friends that we met while we were living in Turkey to be here. And we have been hoping and praying that there would be a way for them to get here. And this is finally it. And we are really excited to find groups of people that are willing to help them. We can speak to these families and speak for these families that they are amazing and we absolutely love them and they have become like family to us. And we are really excited that we finally have this opportunity, and we would love to share this message with you all to see who would be interested in partnering with us to bring them here to our community. So, if you want to search through this little presentation and learn a little bit about what we're doing and you're interested in being involved, we would love to hear from you. Thanks. So, what is a refugee? The 1951 Refugee Convention is a key legal document and defines a refugee as someone who is unable or unwilling to return to their country of origin owing to a well founded fear of being persecuted for reasons of race, religion, nationality, membership of a particular social group, or political opinion. So, in this program, there are two main phases. So, phase one of this program is the one that's already being rolled out. So, this is only for refugees that have already been given settlement to the US. We can explain more about that in detail, but that's basically people that have gone through the system. They have been given refugee status in a country where they're waiting, and they've also been told that they are going to be resettled to the US already. So they've already been identified and they're pairing people currently with those people. We are waiting for phase two of this project, which we'll explain on the next slide. So phase two, this phase will be rolled out approximately mid 2023. We don't know the exact dates yet, but the Welcome Corps will send us an email to inform us when this is beginning to take place. And at that point, that's when they will be taking applications. So, because this could get backed up very quickly, our goal is to get everything in place for this when it rolls out. So that means right now we're in the process of getting all the information from the families that we want to help. We're getting all their documents. We want to have a team in place of sponsors and have all the training and everything done. So the second this rolls out, we can put in the application for them. So this phase is specifically for refugee families that have legal refugee status, but can be requested personally by people for their resettlement to the US. So the difference is they're not already given resettlement to the US, but these are families that we actually know and can personally attest to them, and we can bring them in. So we are hoping to form 3 teams of 5 to sponsor 3 different families. So we want to tell you a little bit about the families that we would like to bring. And when we do this, be listening for a family that you might be drawn to, because ultimately we want 3 separate teams because we want to be able to put in the applications all at the same time for all 3 of them. The top 2 are going to be the easiest. The final one, we are still kind of trying to figure out how that's going to work. But let me explain to you a little bit. So the family of 3 from Iraq is a mother and a father and then their daughter. Their daughter has cerebral palsy. They have lots of medical issues with her. They are going to need a lot of help finding things for disabilities, access to lower level apartments, good doctors that will help them with physical therapy, occupational therapy. We are going to look into Scottish Rite Hospital. So if anyone has networking for that, they are an amazing family. They all speak English, or I should say the parents speak English and Arabic as well. The second family is a family of 4 and their fiance and from Iran. And this is a group of persecuted Christians that had to leave Iran because of their faith. And they are an incredible family. Theirs is a little bit tricky of a case because there's 3 separate cases based on the fiance, and also because the daughter of this family has aged out of the original case because they've been waiting for so long in Turkey. And so that is going to be another situation we're going to have to kind of work out. And then another family of 4 from Iran. And that is also a situation we are trying to figure out because their cases are a little bit unique. And we can keep you posted on them as well. And they have also left their country because of being persecuted for their faith. So here's the next steps that I wanted to be really clear on for anyone who wants to get involved. Number one, we need you all to share your intent to be part of the team with us. Now, just so you know, as you kind of have any questions, feel free to write them down. Being part of the team can look different for different people. Some people may not be able to invest as much time, but they're willing to invest financially, which we definitely need. We also could use people that invest time. So we would love to have an education team or a medical team that kind of navigates the healthcare for them or finds an apartment or finds donations. So there's lots of different ways to be involved. So if you can't help financially, that's okay. But we need to know what your intent is as far as being part of a team and also if there's a specific family. So actually, that's step 4. Number 2 is do your background check, which is $15. And I have the links on the next slide for that. Number 3 is fill out a commitment form. The Welcome Corps actually needs a specific commitment form filled out. Number 4, tell us which family team you're most drawn to. So if there is a specific group that you would like to be a part of, please let us know. And number 5 is email us the following. We need to include on all of our paperwork the name, birth dates, because everyone has to be over 18, address, phone, and preferred email address, and any other information you want to tell us about your family. So you can find these on the Welcome Corps website, but we also wanted to make it easy for those of you who are familiar with using QR codes. You can scan um, the code on the left, and that's the background check that will take you to the page to fill that out. And you can scan the one on the right, and that's for the commitment form. So if you are willing to do that, or if you have any questions, please go ahead and do that there. Another thing we're doing is a sponsorship 101 training. Now, the head of each group has to take this training. So, or at least one group member is required to take the training. However, we do hope that each of you will take at least the first portion of this training, as it's very informative to understand the program and will help for you to understand how we can best help our refugee friends. So, the first 2 sections entitled Sponsorship 101 and key mindsets would be very helpful for all of us to take. So I put the QR code to go to that training as well here. And I will say this is one of the best trainings I've seen. It gives you a lot to think about on how we approach working with the refugee families. And I just want to cover that we do plan on taking the brunt of all of this since these are friends that we have known and done life with, but we really are required to have a group of 5. And we'll talk a little bit more over the coming weeks for whoever is interested in being involved. We'll be setting up Zoom meetings where we can all kind of come together in our groups and we can kind of share step by step. So, like I said, none of this is absolutely set in stone. We are not raising money quite yet. We are looking for people that want to be committed. And once we get started on the application process, we will really push into all of those things. We will probably set up a GoFundMe account. Anyone who wants to give personal money, we will be raising, it's approximately $2,275 per person that's coming. However, we also have to set up their apartments and help them basically for the first 90 days is the commitment. And we'll talk a little bit more about that. I'll give you a rundown of the program more in those meetings. So if you have any questions, you can email us. I've included my email on the next slide, and we would be happy to help. And also, you can use that email on the next slide to contact us and let us know if you are interested.